You know just what you do to me. Play my emotions like a pair of puppet strings. Did it ever occur to you my heart's more than a toy? Please go easy on me, babe. Send message after message, forward my calls. Next day you hit me back like nothing happened at all. What about all the things you used to say to me? This ain't the way it's supposed to be. And you know I wouldn't do that to you. You know I wouldn't treat you that way, no. I've been running, can't catch up. Oh love, what I won't do. Oh, you got me chasing waterfalls. Oh, you got me chasing waterfalls. All of the times I've been there, times I came through, I'd meet you anywhere if it brought me closer to you. Distance is killing me, you make it so.
It has been a while since I have posted. Unfortunately, I have been going through some personal things, so I haven't really been up to posting, which is a real shame because I had just sort of started my YouTube journey, as you will, and then all of a sudden I just didn't feel up to posting. However, I did wake up super positive this morning and I just really wanted to get back into it, so I have posted a couple of videos on my TikTok account, and I've also been posting on my Instagram a bit more, which I'm super excited about because I have really missed it. Today has been a bit of a busy one today, as you will have seen some of the videos before I started talking. Friday's a bit of a cleaning day for me because I like to try and get as much done as I can, so I don't really have to clean at the weekend when Tom isn't working. But I didn't want to come on here to talk about cleaning. So I just wanted to chat with you about a couple of books that I've recently finished, what I thought of them and what I rated them. I have been loving romance at the minute. I literally cannot get a month enough. I'm all over the place. Pretend that didn't happen. I meant to say that I have been having a romance month. It wasn't intended. I was going to start a fantasy read, but then I have just been loving my romances so much, so I have sort of put my fantasy books aside. However, I think I might try and have like a fantasy month next month and just read fantasy. I don't actually have that many fantasy books left on my TBR. I think I have about 7. One of them is the last book of a series, which is really exciting. It's a series that I've been reading what feels like forever, and then another one is the start of a fantasy series, which I'm really excited about. It's been highly recommended to me by my beautiful sister and my friends, and that is The Crimson Moth. I think Kez said that this was one of her favourite reads of the year and she just couldn't wait for me to read it, so I was kindly gifted this one and I can't wait to get to it, but I'm going to save it for next month. But saying that, we haven't really got that long left in April, so it won't be long until I am actually picking it up. I have also, amongst all the romance that I have been reading, I have also finished a thriller, which I absolutely loved. I finished the reappearance of Rachel Price and I absolutely loved it. I adore Holly Jaxon. She is a queen to me. There isn't a book that she has written that I haven't absolutely adored. A Good Girl's Guide to Murder is one of my favourite series of all time. I am actually going to be rereading it as well, ready for the TV show that is coming out in July. I cannot wait to get stuck back into it. But yes, 5 stars, easy 5 stars. It was just so dark and twisty and you just didn't know which way it was going to go. I was even writing notes in the back of this one because I just had so much going on in my head when I was reading it that I just needed to write it down. But it was just amazing, and the last 80 pages literally just had me like on the edge of my seat. There's just a book there's just no book that she could write that I just couldn't eat up, because I just love the way that she writes. I love her characters, and I just really, really recommend picking up Andi Jaxon if you're after YA thrillers that really keep you gripped. Just do yourself a favour and just do it. So yeah, that was the one thriller book that I have read this month. I have also read a book on my Kindle, which was this one. I cried so many times at this book, not because it was sad. I mean, it is sad. There are certainly some sad aspects of this book, but because I just love the characters so much. And I just sort of, I don't know what it was. There was just something about the characters that I just loved so much. They hurt my heart. So I was like sobbing for no reason at all. But this was the second book to Hidden Scars, which I absolutely loved. I rated that one 5 stars, and this one was 5 stars as well. It was incredible. I think she's releasing her next book of this series in June, and I already cannot wait to pick that one up. And I will be picking it up as soon as it comes out, I think, because I don't think I can wait. Also, I have found a book that I've absolutely fell in love with. I think I'm obsessed. I think I'm obsessed with this story. I read it at the beginning of the month, absolutely fell in love, and I have decided it is my favourite book of the year so far, and that was The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. I haven't got the second one. It's killing me that I haven't, but I loved this book. I loved the story. It was a very easy story, you know, it was very easy to read. I think I read it in about 4 days because I just couldn't stop reading it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I loved the characters. I cried a lot. I seem to have been crying a lot lately at books. I don't know what's happened to me. I used to be the sort of person that would never ever cry at books, but here we are. I've been crying at characters for no reason, and I've been crying at this one. I mean, this one is sad. There is stuff that happens in this that is sad, so of course I cried. But yeah, one of my other books that I'm reading at the minute, I also started crying at. But if you haven't heard of this one, this is about a girl called Kala. She was born in Alaska, and is it Alaska? Yeah, it is Alaska. So she was born in Alaska, but her mother went to Canada when she was 2 years old because it wasn't the sort of lifestyle that her mum wanted. However, she gets some news that her dad would like to see her because of stuff that's going on with him. So she decides to go. She's in a relationship, but it soon ends because it just isn't working out for her. So she does move to Alaska, and it is a massive shock for her because she loves her designer clothes, she loves, you know, all her makeup and having her hair done and everything like that, and she is basically thrown into the sticks where she has to live in this tiny cabin with her dad. She only tends to stay for a couple of days, but there is something that is keeping her there. There is obviously a love interest, as you would expect with a romance. He is the complete opposite to Kala. His name is Jonah, and he is rough and rugged, and he's got a big beard, and he is one of the pilots that flies the planes that her dad's from her dad's company. And yeah, they clash a lot. But there was just so much in this book that I really enjoyed. I really loved the sort of found family aspect of it, the sort of life that she starts to see for herself whilst being there. And I loved it. It kills me that I haven't got a second book, but I am hoping to get it hopefully by the end of the month, because this is a series that I have just completely fell in love with. Up we have the next romance that I finished, and that was Done and Dusted, and I loved this one. I rated this one 4 stars. It was a quick, easy read. It definitely filled a gap in my life that I felt that I needed with cowboy romances, because I have not long finished the Chestnut Spring series, which I absolutely loved, and this one definitely filled that gap in my life. It was a quick, easy read, like I just said. The love interest in this was great. I just loved the whole living on the ranch with the horses and stuff like that. I used to be quite a horsey girl myself. Unfortunately not in the last sort of 15 years or so. But yeah, I loved it. It was really good. It was funny, and I felt like the ADHD representation in this one was really good as well. And yeah, easy read. I'm going to read the next one as soon as I can. I know they are on Kindle Unlimited, but I probably would like to get a physical copy as well. I wasn't too keen on these covers to start with. However, it has kind of grown on me. I prefer the cover for the next book, but yeah, definitely worth a read if you are wanting your cowboy romances and you are loving that sort of genre at the minute. This is definitely a good one to pick up. And then I finished Set on You by Amy Leah. I finished this one yesterday. I read this one in about 2 days, and to be honest, I think this book is what has made me want to start posting again, because this is about a influencer on Instagram. She has a fitness account for curvy girls, and she goes into the gym every day filming her videos, and she bumps into this guy who has just this way about him that she doesn't really necessarily want him in the gym, just the way that he walks around. And they soon clash. He takes her phone at one point, and he won't wipe down the machines and things after he's used them, and it really gets on her nerves. And just little things like that. They have like I wouldn't say enemies to lovers, because it doesn't go that deep, but they certainly don't get on to start with. But I really enjoyed this one. I loved the Instagram posts within this one, and I also loved the fact, this is one of my favourite things in books. Where are we? I can't find it now. Aha! It has text messages in, and I absolutely adore text messages like this within books. It's one of my favourite things. I think as well because it helps you kind of read the books a little bit faster, but at the same time, we're in a time where no one ever really calls anybody. It is all text messages, isn't it? So I feel like it felt more real with there being text messages. But another thing that I really enjoyed about this one is that it felt very real to me. Look, I've been lucky enough not to really deal with internet trolls and things like that. However, because she is a curvy girl and she is trying to make a name for herself on a platform full of fitness and being in the gym, that she does deal with a lot of internet abuse, which is really sad. But I really feel like the author handled it really well. You know, she's very sensitive to the subject, and I really enjoyed this one. I have the next two in the series as well, which I'm going to be picking up fairly soon. I would like to try and get them finished this month so I can finish this whole series. I'm not sure whether she's got a fourth book coming out or not within this series. I'm not sure yet, because I think The Catch, which is this one, is the third one. That's only not long come out, so we'll see. I rated this one 4 stars. Like I said, I really enjoyed it. And that's it. Those are the books that I've recently finished. I am currently reading 2 books at the minute. I am reading Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. I really enjoyed Secretly Yours, and I have really enjoyed every Tessa Bailey book that I have picked up, and to be honest, this one's no different. I'm 54 pages in. I have heard that this one is better than the first one, and I did really enjoy the first one, so I am expecting this one to be just as good as that one. I am about 50 odd pages in so far, and it's just an easy read. It's just what I need at the minute. Like I've said with all the romances, they're just cute with a bit of spice and funny, and I'm just enjoying it. It's great. And the final book that I'm reading, I'm doing a buddy read. Last month I read Consider Me, which is a hockey romance with my sister Kez and my good friend Shah as well, and we loved it. It was 5 stars, and this is no different. I'm obsessed with these books. You've seen it on a previous video that I've said that I absolutely adore Elle Kennedy and the Off-Campus series, and this one is up there, this series. It's just amazing. Again, I have been crying in this book, which makes no sense to me because I am not a crier at books. But I don't feel like I can say that anymore because obviously I am a crier of books, because this one has had me crying as well. But I just love it. I just love this story. And I said about Consider Me, even though we are chunky books, we are over the 500 page mark, and I have said it before, a romance has no business being that big, but it works. It really works with these books. And yeah, I'm obsessed. Even though I haven't finished this one yet, I'm already thinking about the next one and where the next one's going to take us. But we should be finishing this one next week. So I haven't got the next one in the series. I am rubbish at buying full series because I don't know why. I know I should probably do it because I do tend to only buy books that I know that I'm going to enjoy. But yeah, I will probably try and get it by the end of the month, like I've said about the other books.
I'm dreaming in dreams bigger than me, taking my time, giving to me, paint my life into a masterpiece, coloring it how I want it to be. Won't stop till I see what I want to see.
Apologise about the lighting. I have literally just washed my hair, so I'm just getting sorted upstairs. Not much else has really happened today. I took Thea to Asda to try and get her some bluey Crocs. However, sadly they didn't have her size, but I did end up getting a really cute dress. But no books. I'm starting to find that supermarkets just seem to have the same books like for weeks on end. I never really see anything new in there, so nothing was really catching my eye. So sadly I didn't come away with any books today. However, I have purchased a book on Vinted that I'm reading the Never After series. So I've read Hooked and Scarred. The next one was Wretched, which I didn't have. But I did get it on for £2 because I did sell quite a few books recently. So I had a little Vinted balance that I needed to use up. So I've just used that. So yeah, nothing too exciting. I am going to try and get some reading in tonight because I haven't really had much chance to read today. I read this morning. I read my buddy read pages before the kids got up, and then I read a little bit of Unfortunately Yours this afternoon, but not much at all. But me and Tom are currently watching Yellow Jackets, which is a series that we're really enjoying. We finished series 1 last week and we just haven't had a chance to start season 2, so fingers crossed we're going to do that tonight. And then I might end the night playing Sims. I'm not sure. I used to play Sims all the time growing up. It was one of my favourite games to play. And I've recently started to get back into it. I've been playing it for about 2 weeks now. I'm starting to get the hang of it. It's so different playing it on console than it was growing up playing on a PC. But I'm enjoying it. It's keeping me busy on night times when Tom is watching the football or if I just really don't fancy reading. So yeah, but I have started A Good Girl's Guide to Murder for my reread, which I mentioned earlier. So depending on how I feel, I might just climb into bed and read that on my Kindle. But we shall see.